Right, well this is a big surprise, but I've been sort of looking at what makes Calmsden to me, and I've got to be honest, it's actually the village. So this is the farm, but this is the farm in real life. But I'd like to change this because I've never been a massive fan of this. Now that's not a criticism of Oxygen David, because this is a real place. This is me saying, oh, I'm not very particularly pleased with the layout because a lot of it's wasted. Now I would simplify it because it's a lot cluttered, but this was quite a big surprise because this is something quite unique. Oxygen David doesn't normally do this. Now I'm going to probably put this back, but just not right there. You don't normally get this on an Oxygen David map, where you can actually muck around with this like that. Now this is a real nice surprise, a really nice surprise, because I've got to be honest, I like that shed, but it's just in the wrong place and it's taken up a lot of stuff, so we are going to get rid of that one, yes. I have sort of said this is nothing against the silo, although it is just a standard silo. Well, it's just a grain shed that then leads to the silo. But yeah, we will. We're not gaining, we're losing for doing this, but I would like to put my own, and this shed is the one that I'm not very pleased with. Yeah, really, oh, it's got rid of that clutter as well, fantastic. So we can sort of use, well, it's got rid of more of the clutter than that's a shame, because I actually did like those things there. That one's staying, because it is fairly big, really. So that is all I wish to do. We'll keep that, and then I thought we'll make this our own home. Now what I'm going to do is, this is going to be the main focus, but obviously we've not got these fields anymore, we've sold them. We've got that massive thing which has got a very slow return from that business due to the BGA being what it is, but that's c'est la vie. So but this is, yeah, let's go back down to terra firma. So now we need to go back to, this is me, I'd like to get this right, so I do hope I'm not changing my mind. I still think this is a good place to be, but we have sort of we're going to need to bring, I think what we're going to do is we're going to keep the 7R there. We will have to buy supporting ones, but our money is very low. It looks really high, but it's not. It's soon going to go, so I'm going to change some of this. Now I'm going to hope, are we going to keep the animals there and let the 7R sort that out? Maybe keep the Massey there as and look for another sort of cheap tractor for over at the, we've got the Xylon, and I've got the Xylon over there. That one actually might listen to me this time because I've opened the gates. I wondered why could it not get to the farmyard? And that's because I was going to call the worker and say what a wally he was, but actually he's not being a wally at all. Right, so if we stick that there, it should actually manage to do it this time, because it should figure out that the gate's open, whereas you don't know how an AI works. It's these little things when you do something that makes you realise they are clever, yeah, in so much as sort of. They're as clever as they've been programmed, but those gates were shut, so therefore it was trying to find another way, and it bumped into a tree over here. It couldn't figure. So I say they're clever but silly. They banged into a tree here trying to get onto that path to go all the way down, but he still would have been defeated because I shut the gates back around here, so he would have stopped somewhere about there. So now, being as we're going to be travelling to and from this, we're going to leave the gates open, because otherwise it'd be drive everybody crazy all of the time. Right, so that's one's going to be that. So there's the Massey and the 7R, which I'm going to put that in swath mode now. Obviously, I'm going to have to redo the, let's just go down there. We're going to sell that building. Can I say it? This threw me on where we were. Because this, I do still want to have this as a central. Why was that not going into edit mode? That's what we're wanting. Yeah, so now we're going to take some of the field back. Oh, we did lose some. We must have gone through a couple of months then. No, that's ours. Yeah, so do we? Yeah, no, I think we'll keep that where it is. It doesn't really matter. It is a big building, and it may well take up more than we like on that other one, but we've got obviously a lot of work to do to change that back to usable, which that's all my fault. And most of our equipment is over here at the minute anyway, so they've got the 7R. I'll do that off camera. to fix that. And obviously we've got shifting stuff to shift over to the other side and things like that, which I'll also do off camera. But oh, what on earth? Oh, it must be one of those things that automatically resets. Oh, Oxygen David, that's or did I not save it? Oh, why is it? Oh, I'll press on a little button. Oh yeah, there's a button on my gamepad. And if you press it, it acts as like a secondary tab, which is so annoying. Because you just think, what's happening? Right, I probably didn't save it. No, I did, because the Xylons, yeah, and the yard, so I did. I deliberately saved it because I wanted the position of the... So this must reset and shut automatically, which that's a little bit naughty. But it is what it is. He is the Grandmaster, and he really is, so... Yeah, it is what it is. If it comes to a battle of wills, I think Oxygen David's got me beaten on his home territory, and as a modder extraordinaire, whereas I'm a little baby modder. Yeah. Gotta be careful, because yeah, this is that someone else said this as well, so it's not just me about the how they've totally ruined the steering. It was good, and now it's absolutely awful. It really is. It was really proper sensitive where it was... I mean, it's never perfect. You've always got to adjust your brain to how things are. But now it's sort of like you've got to overcompensate for it being undersensitive or oversensitive in a bad way. So, yeah, and I thought we'd bring this because there's likely to be grass involved at some point. So I brought this across. I thought one mower, if we're going to like slim the team down, yeah, we will sort this all out. Fences and all. So this is our canvas to work with over the time we are on Calmsden. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stick that. Might have to get rid of that. It might, because it's central, and it may be that. Let's try it first though, because I would like to have more than one shed. But that one doesn't suit very well. It's more like the centerpiece that you then build around. Or maybe... Yeah, it's not going to work. I know, I can see that. As much as I'd like it to, it isn't going to work. So then, we've still got our generator down at the other end. So it's just a matter of sticking the UK model. That's the one we want. And yeah, I would say that we would want to come... Now then, are we going to make this... No, the tree's in the way. Yeah, it's... I think it is if we did it either way. So we can't... We could, I suppose, though, have that facing... Oh, wow. It's a bit... Runs a bit down. It's alright when you get to there. Like, it's a run down to that point. Is that the wires? No. Wow, the clutter's still there, sort of. So we're going to need to put it in B mode. It is flat, thankfully, so... Is that... Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Do we? Like, yeah, because I sort of try to close that gate, like the fence, to make it match. Is that okay? It's gone a little bit out. So that's the centerpiece, because that's the main bit that we have to use. So, well, do we want that open plan or not? Silo, we're going to need a silo. I've only got my little ones at the minute, even though I am working on them. So, well, that's the point. Is that working, or is it still damaged? No, it is still damaged. Yeah, I've not quite got it right. The production silo. Yeah, no, I'm not going to. Let's just stick the normal silo down for now. Did talk about putting that back down. We'd have to stick that. Land isn't. Oh, it isn't as well. But that is. Oh, okay. So it's a pound, but not right. The door is that door there, isn't it? So we would want to. Right. So that is owned by us up to that point. I think it's going to take too much room. think what I'm going to do is... Yeah, we're not going to rush this. I think we're actually going to take our time over this. But that's the starting building at the main farm. Yeah, this is the building of my choice. I do like the British feel to it as well. It's just the red doors. But then again, if I'm doing BI colours, the red and the black, that is me. It's an older building. We can open these as well. It's not... yeah, I like them to be open so you can like... But then again, on the road, would you do that in Britain? No, you wouldn't. But your back doors, you might. Yeah, you may well. Because we're behind a closed fence. And if someone wants to come in, then really they can do. Yeah, it's got an open veranda, so again, they can come in this way. But it is what it is. People are going to do that anyway if they're going to try to steal from you. So it is what it is. So this is the building from this side. We will open these ones. So on the inner side. So we've got good access and we can shut them and open them as we like. I don't know what it is about me wanting them open, but it is what it is. Right, so then, scene is set. We're going to need to shift some of the equipment back over here, but we don't own anything over here. So, I was thinking, no, that's not the screen you want at all. I already had a look at this earlier, because obviously our main house is there. This is the closest field to that. We are going to buy that, which is going to really take us well below what I wanted. But that's why I said we'd need a grass. We're also going to need the windrower over here because we don't need it over there because we've got a tractor that windrows for us. So I'm going to now behind the scenes get this ready because I don't want this to be another session where I'm because I've already sort of done two like this, but I just didn't feel right to not be over at the bit of Calmsden that I think makes Calmsden really. So let's just have a quick look as well at where the cows were and see what damage, as in like, hello Walter, we are just borrowing your teleport for one moment. Let's have a go and see what damage is done as to whether you could bring ours back from there, and I do a little bit of swizzery by putting ours down up here. Because what I'm trying to say, this is the focus. You need a reason to drive around Calmsden. Yeah, so possible we could do this if we bought this again. It's taken us well below what I would like, but yeah, it's almost new farmer start. Right, wow, it's really done some. Then again, Oxygen David probably never expected anyone to sell the things. I can get rid of this, I think. Let's just see, is it... Let's not sell it for now, because I really do like these sheds. These are all ours, aren't they? When you buy this, you get this entire set. These ones I find almost unusual because of how close the legs are together. So whether they are good sheds or not, they're not to me. So those we will sell. Yeah, I'd rather have the yard space and thin it out a little bit. That one also, as I like it, but I don't like it. It's too narrow and it's hard to get into. So yeah, we'll change my mind. But the one across the road, that's got doors where you can go in and you can literally use those quite a lot. So we will keep those. So that's really... Now, it's no point in keeping the manure. We will fill that in as well. So right, let's... What we need to do first is to put one of those down again, and then I need to shift the cows with the XML from this one. Is it the 150? This is going to really scare... Well, it is, but we're going to like... Ooh, wow. We might not be doing this. We should be able to just about do it. Ooh. I doubt Oxygen David will... Wow, it is bigger than you think, isn't it? We could do a BI Industries one. Okay, it was not quite as big as I would have liked. This is a much, much smaller one. Much, much smaller. We could actually, I suppose, this is true. This is going to cost us, though. No, we need that the other way, really. So, if we're going to do that like that, this should level. You know, it needs like leveling. This is going to cost us. Yeah, wow. I mean, it really cost us as well. Gordon Bennett. Wow, that is... I know that's... After we've done that, let's soften it. Fantastic. Now, we'll keep that in, but none of them are working at the minute anyway, so it's a shame. It is. So, shouldn't flattening fail this time. It should be spot on. So then, let's stick that. I think we will start on the... Yeah, let's do it where we can properly do it. Like it like that. We do want to customize the fence. For once, we do really want to customize the fence, even though it's going to cost us an absolute fortune. Yeah, it is. So let's do this. Look at the cost. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm trying to think about where the door is. We want to go... Yeah, because are we going to ever go around this? Yeah, because we're not going to be able to. We could go into that field as a field, though, because it has got another gate. So I'm thinking... Yeah, we could have a turnaround area rather than... This is going to cost me a fortune, innit? But I was thinking this could really make the... And this is true. This is going to be weird because it's got a gate. Sorry, a proper fence, but obviously this doesn't know that. Oh, oh. Okay. Really? Collides with another item? Maybe I've done it too close to that. Yeah, I have. Let's try that there. Doesn't like you doing trees. And... Bennett. It should get an awful lot of cows in here, though. That's what I'm thinking. That we may actually do all right. Now then, are we going to do it? No, it doesn't understand it. That's what I'm saying. This is a weird enclosure in so much as it's got those two green posts, and that's where it's got to meet. So let's do that. And we're prepared to like go to that, and then this is the all-important bit. We do indeed. Yes. Fantastic. Right, yeah, that's a bit strange, that, isn't it? Yeah, it is. We might have to put something there to disguise it. Right, let's do a little bit of softening. And Gordon Bennett, are we like skinned now? We need to like find a business that's gonna really earn us some cash. Can we? We might plant something there. I might have to. Right, let's do something to that for some reason. Should all be alright. Yeah, it has got the way out, although I really think I don't know that I'd be able to ever use that because I've gone a little bit too mad on that there. So to be honest, I don't really think I would. I'd always may well leave, say, buy another cheap tractor for looking after this end, or look in the sales for one. Like, yeah, so that we can actually do that. So manure's not working full stop anyway, so I'm really not worried about... We've done this the wrong way around again. Yeah, we have. The milk's at the other end. At this end. Oh, well, it's accessible. It is accessible. We'll put the dairy in there as well. Yeah, when we... yeah, that's the other thing, isn't it? Obviously, we've got the dairy down there, so we're going to have to let it run out and then bring it across. So how many cows could this actually have? And we're going to shift them in the background. Cow barn. It doesn't... Yeah, no, you have to, like, go to the... Which, again, is at the other end. Yeah, it's a shame it wouldn't let me get any closer. Yeah, I thought there was a bit of hovering going on here. Right, let's fix everything, because this is the sorting out stage. So I'm going to, like, raise that. Still not perfect, this tool, is it? But hey-ho, it's It is. This is the one of all of the tools in FS22 that I really... Yeah, it sort of instantly drags. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I think I can cope with that. I think it's a tiny bit of a... Yeah, a little tiny bit of hovering. It might drive us all crazy. Right, let's open the animal dialogue and see how many. Ooh, 174. So that's not too bad. It isn't. There's 74 more due to the fact that that pasture is a monster. It's taken up the entire field, which it should do. So, well, almost the entire field. I've got to have this. So we've got to turn around because we're going to have to come through this. And then come all the way back. And then turn around. Yeah. And move the dairy eventually. So that's going to cost us because we're going to lose value. And then we've got this to play around with. We will have to get rid of this. Yeah, we'll plant something to get rid of these bits and bobs. Maybe put another shed to hide that. Bit of a mess. That's strange. Yes. But then again, as I said, I'm sure Oxygen Dave didn't really expect anybody to say, although he did get... No, I don't know that he didn't. And that's a real departure for me. Now, that's a monster thing that Oxygen David has done because, wow. He doesn't normally do that. Oh no, it's only... Yeah, no, that's what I think we should do with that. Let's put some plants down. Right, so I'm now going to go behind the scenes and I'm going to shift my cows. The only way you can do it without it taking forever is from one enclosure to the other. So I'm going to see you shortly. Right, an awful lot longer than I thought. I've had to completely rejig this because of the way that the game works, and I know when you're modding you've got to get your things right, and I didn't. Basically, there's certain things you've got to do in the game, like buy an animal, and then it creates a variable within the game that then you can tweak the variable. The game knows if it shouldn't be on. Now, if you're a real good modder, you know what else you need to tick or put in to make that work. Well, I'm not quite at that stage yet, so I basically stuffed something up and it would not load. I've literally been on this for about an hour now, so I thought, well, okay, if we're going to do that, let's put everything down. I've got everything pretty much changed, the position slightly of this because it made more sense with where that fence ended, which it seems like an immaterial thing, but it's not. So that's slightly changed. It's also, the other thing is it's a smaller door. There's a lot of things, it's really for smaller equipment, which is one thing I'd sort of... But these bays are usable for most things. We will need an additional shed that's got probably one of the sheds we've got down at the other end. But it is, I do love the character of this. So yeah, I'm going to stick with it as well because I do love it. And of course it's got the solar panels too, so it's win-win-win. Yeah, so this has been rejigged, and I had to get rid of the... I think it was a silo actually, a bunker silo. But I've got to be honest, we've got the silage maker, so again, it's was trying to maximise... How many animals can we have this time? 178, so about the same really, which is brilliant. Yeah, so now I've put an animal in there and I've put one lot of food. It will create the food table for this particular thing, and then I can put... What I'm going to do is I'm going to move the food and add 50 tons odd that I've already got in there of what we've got down the other end, so that we're not... There's no cheating, because normally what happens is you'll delete it and like all of your food goes. I think, well, if you're playing with the XML, you can at least stick the right amount of food in. So I'm going to do all of that off camera now, so that we are right where we should be without me, yeah, like having to spend hours manually moving those cows. Because really, this is more about me and Calmsden being right, and as playing on a map that where we all see the bit of Calmsden that I think makes Calmsden Calmsden. He can't take that, otherwise it is what I said. I sort of hit the nail on the head. Sometimes you sort of... What makes a map, and if you take that out of it, then you've just got any other map, and this isn't any other map, this is Calmsden, and I would like that to be, you know, like the thing that I know and I want it to be, and the thing that we all love about this map. So I really want that to be the case. So yeah, this is that. I put that there really fulfilling this, but also it will be useful for things over this end. I do like how much yard space we've got. We will obviously put some more sheds, but we have got those sheds across the road as well, which is fantastic. Oh, which the doors are open. Did I open those? I don't think I did. I might have done it a long time ago because this is still the original map. I had to do it from the backup save, so then I got to do all of what I did before. Did I? Yeah, no, I think we did. I'll show you how we're doing so far. I think we're back to where we should be really now. Yeah, I think that's all gone now. I think no. That's not what I wanted to do at all. I just wanted to enter the vehicle. Yeah, so I've got rid of that. I've left the plough down this end. I'm going to rip this up and we'll replant. Obviously, the cow enclosure's got the milk and that type of stuff, which we will grab out whatever's in there now. We will let this super dairy do its job, because it does make sense that you would. And we will get rid of like this last 3 tons, and we'll stick this in this one for now, and then I will, in the future, grab the dairy when it's empty and we'll take that over the other side, or we'll buy another one, let this one filter out, and then we'll sell it at, obviously it's going to lose us quite a lot of cash. Do we need the Omaton on that down this end if we're going to be like, that's got a lot of hay in it, can't do that unless I move it. Now that is a possibility. Right, okay, smashing that's okay. So the cows I'm now going to shift, and then I'm going to sell this. So I'm going to be right back. I wanted to include the things that I really do want to do yeah, I've got the tractors. I've got the mower on this side in swath mode now. Yeah, so I think that's it. So let me, I'll be right back. Right, I have done it how the game expected it to be done. I was going to say, I thought about this carefully. It's got cows in it. You've got to do this the proper way. So what I've done is I've moved 124 of them and left 1 in this. Now, let's switch the zone markers on. And I've not got my script running, have I? Because it does weird things. You can't... Yeah, it seems to conflict. I think it's up here. Sure it is. Okay, let's do this the old-fashioned way. Yeah, it's a little bit slow, but at least we can see what we're doing. Yes. I know I'm going to be right near it. No, you're not. You're a million miles away. Oh, it's actually... It's the food. Oh, it's down the other end. Yeah, so let's sell this, and then the game, the variable is altered by the fact... Oh, it's not actually. It's more food. Milk. Okay, now I'm totally lost. Whereabouts is the animals? Oh, it's here by the gate. Of course it is. I do remember. Yeah, a bit slow, but... Right, so then we'll sell this one, because it's a bit of a shame that you've got to do this. Now we want to go out. Ah. Okay, well, let me do it like with the actual... Okay, so... Yes, sell. Yes. It's a shame because we don't really want to do that, but we've got one at the other one that we bought, and we've moved them from here. Now we've done that, we can of course sell this, and we will, yeah, get some cash back. And then we've obviously got a smaller one now, I realise, but obviously this one wouldn't fit in. I would have loved to have done this. Yeah, it's really not... That's got hay in it, so we've got to leave that. That's never going to work anyway. That's the manure pit until Giants fix the problem. So let's sell that too. So we're pulling out of this. Right, so I'm pretty much where I want to be. I'm going to grab the hay from... Put a place for one of these down at the other end, and then move the hay again, XML-wise, from this to that. Just so that... Because this is more me, being me, typically being me, wanting to like... And then thinking, yeah, but you've ruined the character. You want to capture the essence of Calmsden. And I don't think you can do that the way that you've done it, even though my intentions were good. I'm like thinking, I'm nowhere near the village. I'm not going to see hear the bird song and all that type of stuff. So, yeah, I want to get this right. We're still going to use this as a field, so we're going to have to rip this up, do the grass. Obviously, this is going to have to be shifted as well at some point when it's all empty. So, again, it is what it is. Wow, look at that butter. Phenomenal. 16 tons of milk. It's going to take a few months for that to go through, but it's going to make us quite a little bit of cash. So we'll stick another one down at the other end. We're back up, the money's back up a little bit. And yeah, so let's have a take stock of what we have done, just as a sort of like the catch-up stage, because this is going to be a mini sort of session in a way, just to sort of show what I've done. So yeah, we're going to obviously rip this up and regrass that bit, or do we just leave this as that is the grass field? Did I do the courses? I can't remember. No, I did them small as well. So I've obviously some equipment's been shifted over there. I've got the windrower and that and those, but I knew I'd needed the plough and that over there. So I've got the 7R over there, and we've got the 2 fence over here, and we've also got the Massey. They've got the pickup over there at the minute. Shouldn't really need like some of these. So these are the pickup is going to be the go between like the 2 sort of sections really for the main. We've still got the buying station over there if we need like lime and fertilizer and things like that. We may need 2 sets of those. We might have to do that, because I'm not going to run one from the other side of the farm to this side of the farm like constantly. That's just silly. So I may well get another one, even though it's an additional cost, but I think it's necessary. It's one of those most important things, really. Or we are looking for we've got the manure spreader. We've just got to buy it, and we could sort of go just manure, because if we've got the animals down that end now, we could use the manure in this, well, slurry really. That's the annoying thing. Although we could, I would say 2/3 is probably what you get. 2/3 manure to a full amount of slurry. It's not quite the same. You get less manure than you do slurry, but I will have to put straw down if we're going to do that, to signify, because you wouldn't get it without the straw being bedded down. So I will have to do that too, which I don't mind doing that. And then from that point onwards, I think what we'll do is have the manure spreader as our fertilizer over that side, and we'll have the fertilizer spreader over this side. So then everything is fantastic. So yeah, let's shut you up, and we'll get that over the other side as well, and also this trailer, because I don't really think that's necessary. And the mixer also, we are going to mix. Yeah, I mean, as I said, we have got an awful lot of hay in here, or should have. We've not. We really should have. Yeah, 290 tons of hay. So there's a lot of mixing going to go on, and I think we can take some of the silage out of our mixer, because we're going to cut the grass again. So out of our silage maker, which has got 195 tons. So again, we can take some from that and take that across to the other side. And yeah, because this is going to it's a very slow business. There's an awful lot of digestate as well. So that's the other thing. We're looking for a slurry spread. I mean, we could, I suppose, actually have a slurry spreader. We could do the manure over the other side and the slurry over here, because I'd imagine with that amount we can easily do this field, although it's going to take a while because you're going to be forever filling it up. So yeah, we shall see what we shall see. That's where one of those production silos would come in really handy, where you could move the digestate. Although you're cutting this and out, it's a product, isn't it? You can never do that. You've got to literally grab it out the old-fashioned way. So, but then you could put it into a production silo in that yard and move it to the production silo in the middle. My intentions are, I'm in the middle of making the production silo. I am going to do, instead of having this silo here, we're going to have a production silo, and I may well put one right in here too, that can then move the digestate from here to the middle of the field. That would be really useful. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do. It's nearly done. I've got a few mismatched elements, or as it says, so yeah, I've got to just fix that. So yeah, so that's where the state of play. It was Calmsden's term, legitimately, so I literally thought, well, and I know I'd say I was thinking about it yesterday at work, and I thought I just want to get this right. So I'm happy now, because we are back over the other side of the map too. I like what I've done. I'm happy. And I do like the fact that Oxygen David is allowing this, because that's new. It really is. So yes, we've got this is. I've left this a bit open because you've got to get to the slurry point, and I thought, yeah, I was almost going to come straight across at an angle. I thought, how are you going to get to your slurry points if you're going to do that? So instead I came across and out So again, it's going to be a lot bigger than the amount of cows that I would have been allowed with Oxygen David. Obviously these are nearly... it's reset them, hasn't it? It's reset the reproduction time. Now we know that that was much, much higher, so yeah. Has it done them all then? With me, reproduction rate 0 to 270%. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a look. Does that mean that one is 0? I know it hasn't done anything. They're about ready to give birth, and that is as it should be. We bought that, so yeah, that's fantastic. So we've got the TMR. We will put some straw in at some point. Yeah, productivity 0. Does that cross-reference the pair? No, it does. It's both of them. It's because you've moved them. Yeah, even the game's got its set of rules that it follows. Whatever you do, and it's following them. So I'm quite happy with that. So this should now read. Yeah, it's got the 127,777. I just put 80 odd. It was a little bit more than that, 85 or something. But I'm happy. I just swizzled that across. The next thing we've got to do is to actually work. So this is where the scene is set, and back at the yard. So we've got this set of sheds here, little ones, and we have this here with some of the equipment. And I say we'll equalise the equipment. Can you sell those? Because I'm never going to use those, because we're going to have our little... Yeah, our silos have got liquid sort of thing, and they just take up room, so it would just seem silly. I never use them in Calmsden. The last one I did in FS22. Keep the fuel point because that's useful. Yeah, things like the header, that's what I say. We do need another shed. I think we'll do that now. Because I'd like to set the scene. I really would. So sheds. We want... Oh, that is the Omatana. I was going to say, I didn't recognise it for a second. Wow, it really is. I think like that. Only we've got to try and find the bit of land that is owned by us, because we do sort of own it, but it's only up to a certain point that it allows you to do it. So let's have a look. Overlaps with another object. So that's as far as we can go. Let's put B mode down. Now, is that the right? Yeah, that'll do. That will do nicely. And we can put things like the headers in that, because I don't like... If we're trying to do this, let's try and do this properly. So there's still plenty of room. We could put more. So we could even put another shed right next to that one. Right, smashing. Let's stick that right to the back. Oh, we've still got some collisions. And that wasn't me, because I didn't edit, did I? No, this really is Oxygen David. Obviously, it's brand new, so there's some collisions that he's left when you remove the things. It's just one of those things. I'm quite sure it'll be fixed. This is Oxygen David. I think we'll go sideways, otherwise we're taking the entire shed up. Even though, really, if this was just for this, I'd be happy with that. Smashing. So the scene is set, the farmyard is ready. We have a field over this side, which we will use as a field 38. We will get the grass, cut it, and yeah, we will maybe... It might be quite sensible to have a silage maker up this end, as well as down the bottom end, for this time for the feeding. I might actually make it into a feed mixer, where you can put all of them, make the silage from it first and then make into a mixer. It does make a bit of sense. I mean, again, the production's there. I can easily tweak it to make it into, I can call it a food mixer instead of silage maker. It's not a problem. So I think I might actually do that. And yeah. So again, it is really fantastic that you can, if you can mod and tweak things as you go along. I really enjoy that aspect of the game, because obviously you need something for the farm, so you think, oh, okay, well, I can just tweak that. It really is fantastic. And I am, when the mod hub becomes accessible, I'm going to release some of these mods. But again, I want to test them all properly first through the Let's Plays before I'm happy with releasing them. Yeah, definitely, that's it. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.